Okay, so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the sync option that we have here on the ProPhoto TTL Air remote. Currently we've got the setting to first, which means first curtain. Now what that means in terms of exposure with our camera and flash is that when I press the shutter button down, the first curtain will reveal the sensor, and then the flash will fire immediately after that first curtain has gone up. The remainder of the exposure will happen, and then the second curtain will come up and finish the exposure. Okay, so if I take a picture now, I've set my shutter speed to a second just to give you a bit of an idea of the exposure time. You can see the flash happens straight away, the remainder of the exposure happens, and then the second curtain comes up to complete it. If I change this to second curtain, what that does is it makes the flash fire just before the second curtain is about to come up and complete the exposure. So it will be at the very end of the exposure as opposed to being at the start. So if I take a picture now, you see the exposure happened, and then it was just before the second curtain came, it would fire, the flash would go off, and then the exposure would be complete. This is a really handy feature if you want to photograph slow moving objects and capture motion blur, so that the exposure, the flash happens at the end of the movement, giving nice light trails behind.